Those of you out there with a 996 know how little storage space there is, especially for modern mobile phones. There are phone mount options for Design 911, but due to them relying on being attached to the centre console, they're a little bit low down for me and too far out of my direct line of sight. Thankfully, I found this excellent option on Renless from user Yaz996, who provides a 3D printed hazard switch phone mount that replaces the existing hazard light trim, brings the phone closer to the steering wheel so you don't need to take your eyes off the road when using your navigation software. Today, I thought I'd talk you guys through this 10-minute job and show you the end results. Firstly, I'll talk you through the kit, then we'll jump in the car and we'll get it installed. Here's the tools that you're going to need for the job, guys. We're going to need some trim removal tool to be able to remove the hazard switch trim. We're also going to need some picks to be able to remove the hazard button itself. We have the hazard mount that is being delivered all the way from the States. With that, it comes with a T20 Torx head driver and a 2mm Allen key. There's also a dog point set screw as well as a screw to get the hazard pin back in. And then this one I have purchased is the 17mm mount. There are other ones available, there's a quad lock one as well. And then of course you will need to get yourself the magnetic phone mount as well. So it should be a relatively easy job. Let's jump back into the car and see how we get on. Right, that's me inside the car, and the first step is to remove the hazard light switch, and we do this by extending it out, turn it on, and then up on this side there is a little notch that you can just pop that out. Now we don't need this on anymore, so we can turn that off, and it's a case of removing the trim next. So I'll try with this stuff first. I don't want to really damage anything, but I don't know if these are going to be good enough to be able to remove the trim. So I'll try my little pokey tool here. What I don't want to do is obviously damage any of the leather, so let's get that underneath there and see if I can start to prise this off, which I'm not really getting much purchase with, so let's see if I can use a combination of a couple of them. So bear with me just a second. I'll get the right tools out here. It's not the easiest to come out, but it's coming. Kinda. There we go, look. So it looks like it's best to approach it from that side there. So that's the hazard, the existing one, out. Now what I need to do is remove the screw that you can see in there. I'll just get my tool out, spare me just a second. As I mentioned previously, you will need a T20 Torx driver to get that existing screw out of there. Move the camera back a little bit. And that should come out relatively easily. I'll put it to one side just now. Normally, you may need to keep that in case your kit doesn't come with a replacement, but you should be okay. Now it's a case of removing the dog head screw, this thing here that comes with the new mount, and then placing this inside there. I went in nice and snug, look at that, perfect. And And then we can use our new screw we have received to secure this in place, which just goes back into the hole there. And again, let me just get some access and move the camera back a little bit. There we are, so that's that in there. Camera's moving a little about a bit. Should have maybe moved it back and zoomed it in a bit. Next up, I'm not at the best angle for this, is to insert the mounting point into there. And then this goes into this section here. There we go. And I'm using a 2mm Allen key. We just need to tighten this up to secure it against the ball point. Tighten that as far as it will go. Don't over tighten it, just make sure that it's got enough purchase to keep all that stuff securely in there. That felt good. And just make sure that it is indeed in there. There we are, nice and sturdy. And now it's just a case of putting the hazard switch back in carefully. Making sure that you get it over the shroud. Give it a good push. That should work. And finally, we take our magnetic car mount. And fit it to the end of the ball mount. So we'll put that bit over first, put this bit on, squeeze it in, and then tighten it up appropriately. If you're wondering what the little notch is for, if you wanted to, you could hook up a wireless charger, hook the wire through there, connect it up to the mains, and that would then allow you to wirelessly charge your phone. I don't necessarily need that. I've just went for the basic option for now. I could potentially retrofit that afterwards if I really wanted to, but what a brilliant bit of kit. I absolutely love it. Look at that. Perfect. Should be able to move it around a little bit, so it's got a little bit of movement. We can also position it that way. It does block the heater vent, so be aware of that, but look at that, guys. And now you have a phone mount that's perfectly in line with your steering wheel, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road when you're using your navigation software. This is a fantastic bit of kit. Look at that. Brilliant. And we've still got access to the hazard switch. Let me show you what the view is like from the driver's seat. Much better than the other ones that I've seen online, which would rely on you attaching it down there, which you would just have to constantly be looking down, and I think that would probably get you more bother with the police than having it directly in your line of sight there. What a fantastic addition to the car. I have been waiting for ages. My phone just fits into the cubby hole at the bottom there, and that's where I've been storing it, but it has meant that I've not been able to use any of the direction software or navigation software when I've went to go anywhere, and this is just an absolute game changer. And it is so easy to use. It just pops on and off. I can rotate things, have my phone there if I need be, and it just works so fluidly. There we have it, guys. If you're looking for a phone mount, I would definitely recommend jumping on Roundlist and checking out Yaz996's Hazard phone mount, because it is a fantastic bit of kit. I'll leave all links in the description so you can find it yourself. If you've enjoyed today's little tech tip, please like the video and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. All the best.